All right, next question comes from Robert. I was excited to hear y'all mention custodial brokerage accounts on the April mailbag because I've been debating about starting one for my son, but was disappointed y'all didn't touch on the kiddie tax. Can y'all discuss this, please? I am not putting those y'alls in myself, Robert. Thank you. Can y'all discuss this, please? Specifically, the income brackets and what changes were made in 2017. I asked my CPA, and he never got back to me. I guess I need a new CPA. Womp womp.
Yeah. So, Robert, I commend you for, thinking of your kids and trying to improve their future.
And your down-home folksy way of writing.
Yes. I mean, you are representing.
I love a good womp womp.
I mean, he's from Baton Rouge, so he had to bring that through.
Yeah.
So kiddie tax is one of those things where someone long ago found like this tax loophole and they were like, I know how I'll avoid taxes. Like, I'll just give my kids all this income producing assets and the kids don't have any other income. So they're like, they'll have super low taxes and then they won't know that I'll take those assets back because they're, 6 months old or whatever.
Stupid baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Pull the wool over their eyes. And so at some point people caught on to this and they were like, look, we need to close this loophole a little bit. We're going to set up this kiddie tax to make sure that if people are abusing this kind of transfer of assets to kids to reduce their tax rate, something known as income shifting, we're going to make them pay. Which is a consistent theme in the questions I seem to be answering today. But the kiddie tax applies to kids that are under age 18, so kids, and then full-time students up to age 23. And the idea is that you can only have kind of a certain amount of unearned income, and over that amount gets exposed to higher tax rates than would otherwise be applicable. So if I'm, a regular person in the world and I earn $9,000, I'm in the 10% tax rate, 0 for long-term capital gains, stuff like that. But if I'm subject to this kiddie tax, it really matters what the composition of my income is. Did I earn that money from working a job or did I earn that money because my parents gave me some stock that's paying dividends? And if it's from stock that's paying dividends, that's where the trouble comes in. So you can earn, in 2019, kids can earn $2,200 of unearned income before this negative implication takes place. And the negative implication changed again with our recent tax code. It used to be, well, we're going to tax you at your parents' rate. Now we're going to tax you at the trust tax rate, which reaches the highest bracket at something like $14,000. So instead of your parents just accumulating and paying what they would have paid anyway, it really is a little bit more punitive to income shift to your kids. But I think the threshold is such that, if you think about what does it take to generate $2,200 of unearned income in a year, you'd probably have to be invested in $100,000 in a decent bond fund to kick that off in a year. And so I think if you're thinking like, maybe I'll give my kid $10,000, you're probably not going to have that risk until they go to sell that asset down the line.